Good morning, my divine audience. How are you doing? It's been a while. I've just been gone, life, etc., etc. I just wanted to come back, and I felt the need to film a video seeing how will your April be and how will your April turn out. So the first couple of cards we're going to get into will just be exactly what I said. How will your April be? Card number 4 will represent any other showers that may be present in your April, like any bad times. Card number 5 is going to represent how do we turn those showers into flowers. Number 6 will be anything to look forward to. Number 7 will be any advice from the tarot cards. And then 8 to 10 will be advice from the oracle cards. And I have a couple of oracle decks set off to the side over there. The tarot decks that I have for you today, pile number 1 will be the Pot Tarot. We all know what is coming in April on 420, so I figured that was the perfect deck to use for this video here today. And then for pile number 2, we have the Midnight Magic deck, which is this beautiful mushroom art deck. And then for pile number 3, we have the Samiramay tarot deck. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And then for pile number 4, we have the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. I'll get into the oracle decks like later on into the videos whenever I'm actually in the piles. But I just wanted to give a brief description of what we were going to get into today and then go over how we're going to pick the piles today. So I do have a couple of crystals laying on the piles. For pile number 1, the pot deck, we have this beautiful crackle quartz. And I thought that was just perfect for the pot deck. For pile number 2, Midnight Magic, we have this wonderful piece of smoky quartz. Absolutely stunning. For pile number 3, the Samiramay, we have this clear quartz. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness, excuse me, guys. Good Lord. I'm allergic to this. No, I'm just kidding. That is the clear quartz. I think it is such a pretty specimen. And then for pile number 4, the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck, we have this absolutely stunning piece of malachite. It is just so gorgeous. Okay. So you can pick your piles from the crystals alone. However, where did I put it? There it is. We are going to also be picking the decks with your spirit animal. So this is the Spirit Animal Tarot deck, or sorry, not tarot deck, Oracle deck by Colette Barone-Reid. And let me just shuffle these bad boys real quick so we can pick your piles. Sorry, my dog is just absolutely making a ruckus in the background because I'm not paying attention to him right now. I'm filming a video and he cannot stand it, so I apologize. So for pile number 1, your spirit animal is going to be, ooh, one already fell out. The Bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. So for pile number 2, we have the Electric Eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life. And then for pile number 3, we have the Parrot spirit. Watch your words. And then for pile number 4, I have to shuffle again. Ooh, we got 1. It's the vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. So I will let you guys resonate with that for a little bit. Whatever you use to choose your piles with, whether you are drawn to the spirit animal cards or the crystals or just the tarot decks themselves and their names and kind of what they represent, I'll let you pick your piles, and in the meantime I will set everything off to the side and I will get ready to meet pile 1. Thank you guys so much. Hello my divine audience, and welcome to pile number 1. If you chose this Crackle Quartz crystal or the Pot Tarot deck or the Bobcat Spirit Life is a Mystery Oracle card, then this is the pile for you. Again, I just wanted to reiterate, we are going to discuss how your April is going to turn out. I have already pre-shuffled the cards, so let's just get into it. I will shuffle them a little bit again here, just to clear any energies, because I did just use these in a reading not too long ago. And I like to shuffle in 3s, because 3, there are 3 sides to a triangle, and a triangle is the strongest structure in nature. So I don't know, I just always shuffle in 3s, pile number 1. Perfect. All right. So cards, the first 3 cards that I'm going to pull are going to represent how your April is going to be, or how your April will turn out. So can I have 3 cards to represent how pile number 1's April is going to be? We've got the Ace of Joints. Ooh, okay, flew over there. We've got the 3 of Buds. And we've got, I think this is the 3 of Bongs, or the 3 of Pipes. I'm sorry, there on the box for this, there is a little like code that you can scan to get the guidebook and you know, all of the information. And it takes me to this website that I don't trust, we'll put it that way. And I eventually was like, okay, just whatever, I'll download it. And it didn't even download. So I am struggling a little bit with this one. But I think I am almost positive that is the 3 of Bongs, or the 3 of Swords. So right off the bat, I think your April, pile number 1, is going to be filled with life itself, life happening, events unfolding, time alone, time spent reflecting, and time spent starting something new. Maybe I mean, we're going into Aries season with April, so maybe things are starting for you. You're trying to start something new. You're trying to start a new job, possibly. You're trying to start a new business venture. You're moving. You're starting something, pile number 1. And with the 3 of Buds here, whatever you're going through and whatever is churning up for you, don't discount the fact that you have friends and you have buds, you know, you have people that are on your side that want to see you succeed and want to help you with whatever you're doing. Now, we do have the 3 of Swords here. So you could already be going through a breakup and you could be healing from something like that, or this could be a sign that something is to come from April, from whatever is happening. Maybe maybe this is what everything is leading to, pile number 1. So for card number 4, are there going to be any other showers other than that 3 of bongs that we see there? This is the 9 of joints, the 9 of joints. And we've got the moon poking out there as well. Any other showers? The 9 of joints. It's showing a medical marijuana ID card there. This is making me think something is going to happen. Possibly not, I'm not trying to say financially, but maybe something with documents or some kind of government thing, maybe possibly your taxes, just some kind of paperwork. I feel like is going to be a struggle or possibly an obstacle for you this upcoming month, pile number 1. Excuse me, I need to take a drink. That is some high quality H2O. I understand why you got the Bobcat spirit, pile number 1. Life is definitely a mystery for you here in April. Like, I see a lot of good things, but then I see a lot of struggles at the same time. But it's really all about balance, pile number 1. It's really about balancing and accepting the bad with the good and taking life as it comes. And I hope that is something that you learn this month, pile number 1, this upcoming month. Maybe that is a lesson that will be bestowed upon you. Well, how then can we turn these showers into flowers? Into May flowers, essentially, is what the gimmick was. The devil. What do we have to... Sorry, I feel like I didn't let you look at that long enough. How do we make them flowers? Pile number 1, we stay away from temptation. Whatever tempts you to go back into bad habits or old ways that no longer serve you, you need to be focusing on the lighter side of life. So yes, while there will be things and there will be setbacks and there will be challenges and there will be emotional obstacles for you to overcome in April, you have to be resilient. You have to push forward and continue and find that will within yourself, pile number 1, to go, yes, I can do this and I can persevere. I think that is what Spirit is trying to get you to understand here, pile number 1. You can persevere. You can do whatever you set your mind to. You just have to set your mind to it first. You get what I'm saying? So, despite all of the little heaviness there, is there anything that we can look forward to in April? Is there anything that we can look forward to in the month of April? The Page of Joints. I love whenever this card comes out in this deck. It is just, it's such a colorful card. And it almost reminds me of the world in a way. So because it represents an unlit joint, you know, like anything can happen. Like once you light it, you know, what conversations are you going to get into? What food are you going to make? What snacks are you going to get? What are you going to drink? Because you're going to be thirsty. Like it's just, and what match are you going to light it with? You know, like who are you going to hand it to first? Like there are so many things to look forward to. You just have to find them and pick them out and persevere through it, pile number one. That is what you need to understand here. You are the bobcat. Life is a mystery. Be a bobcat. Slink, go through life, bob and weave, do things the way you need to do. Make money moves, as Cardi B would say, okay? Do what you need to do, but make sure it's for a good purpose and for a good cause, for yourself, not for anybody else, but for yourself, pile number one. And finally, from the Pot Tarot deck, do we have any advice for you for the month of April? Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that this card was overturned. I guess that's the advice for you. Look at that. Bada bing, bada boom. Life is a mystery. We've got the 8 of Bongs. So, absolutely. I think that just goes perfectly off of the Page of Joints there for anything that you have to look forward to as well in the month of April. The advice is travel the road, go down it bit by bit, step by step, piece by piece. Do whatever, again, you need to do to get through this month. But make sure you are looking at the positive, brighter side of things, because down the road, that's where that sunshine is. And that's what you're trying to reach. And that's what we're going towards, especially with spring and everything thawing out and sunshine and everybody just feeling so much better and getting out of that seasonal depression funk that I know that we're all trapped in. Like, life is going to get better. I promise you that, pile number one. You just got to get through it. I think that's really the message I'm getting, like the central theme of your reading here today is what I'm feeling. Just, you got this. You can do this. I promise you that. And at the bottom of the deck, oh, look at that. The Queen of Buds. I think that's beautiful. I think that's a beautiful sentiment, pile number one. You've got your friends. You've got your family, your found friends, whoever is in your circle. They're there for you. These people may not be, but these people, they're there for you. All right. Whew. Now, I really want to get into the advice from your oracle cards, pile number one. The first deck that we're going to get into is the Moonology messages from Yasmin Boland. And these are just beautiful, beautiful cards. And I think they have really nice positive messages that I think you will need to hear this month, especially you guys, pile number one. Let me do my 3 shuffle really quick. What advice do the Moonology message cards hold for us? Pile number one. Ooh, okay. Everything flipped the way that it did, but this one fell on the table, so this is the one I'm going to grab. Moon Mastery, the law of attraction. Pile number one. Attract the people and the life that you want. Manifest it. Bring it into existence in the month of April. You got the Ace of Joints here. Start something new. Attract something new and positive, and attract that positive growth into your life, pile number one. And at the bottom of the deck here for that, oh my goodness, reach for the moon. Go for it. What you heard me do was flip it because it was reversed. Like, all of these cards are in the reverse. So I was just flipping it so we could read it upright. I promise you I wasn't doing anything nefarious. I just flipped it so it could be upright for you. Okay. My cat's getting comfy over there. I like that. Hi, buddy. All right. And the next oracle deck we're going to get into, and the next bit of advice we're going to get is actually from your guides. It's literally the ask. Oh, hello there, buddy boy. Hi, bud. Well, we have a visitor, pile number 1. He just wants to get in the window that's over there. This is the Ask Your Guides Oracle. Did I even show this? I don't remember. By Sonia Choquette. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Oh, he's a big boy. He wants in the window. You can do it. You can do it. He's just gonna lay down. Okay. So, pile number 1, let us ask your guides. What is April going to look like, and what advice? How can we navigate this month? Pile number 1. In case you're wondering, all of the animals, I have 3 cats and 1 dog. So they may make many appearances in the videos to come. We'll see about that. They tend to do their own, especially the cats. I'm sure you're all well aware if you have pets and cats of your own. They just do. They just do and they go. They're a mystery. All right. Let us ask your guides, pile number 1. What advice can we get for this month of April? Oh my goodness. Charity, nature spirits. Number 43. A lot of 3s in your reading. Number 3, strongest structure in nature. It's what I'm telling you, pile number 1. Okay. But charity. I don't think this is necessarily going, you're looking for charity and you need to, be taking, because, hey, there's never anything wrong with asking for help, pile number 1. But maybe you need to be a little bit more charitable, whether that's with your time or your emotions, or hey, even with your finances. Maybe you need to be a little bit more charitable. Maybe you need to be a little bit more involved in your community, pile number 1. Just think of small little things that you could do to be more active and be more abundant and be more helpful, I guess, is what that card is trying to represent. At the bottom, oh my goodness. Number 42, we've got surprises with joy guides. So definitely some room for surprises in the month of April. Life is a mystery. Pile number 1, life is a mystery. And finally, I want to use I think it's a very weird, very special deck. I don't have the box with me, but I have the book set off to the side. It's called There Are No Coincidences. And it's, first of all, the artwork is amazing. Second of all, I use this deck as like signs to look out for, to kind of know you're on the right track. And I think it'll make a little bit more sense after I shuffle and we start to pull some of the cards and some of the signs to look for. Ooh. Jostled the camera. I got excited. Pile number 1, you're freaking me out. No, I'm just kidding. Let me shuffle these in 3s. So, what signs does pile number 1 need to be on the lookout for in the month of April to know that they're on the right track? Maybe one more. Nope, that's it. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we've got, miracles. Number 44, 42, 43, 44. Can we get a 45, pile number 1? Interesting, very interesting. So what other signs do we need to be on the lookout for you here? We've got geometry, the number 39. We've got music, number 38. We've got flowers, number 17. We've got number 1, the ascendant. Ooh, little cosmic ascending ace of joints, reach for the moon, go for it energy there. I like it, pile number 1. I like it. Number 15, water. Number 20, animals. Talking to you, pugs over there in the window. And then finally, number 41, names. So these are all signs to be on the lookout for this month of April, pile number 1. I hope this reading resonated with you. I hope it helps you in some way, and I hope it helps you really just navigate your life. I hope to see you again in the next video. Thank you guys so much. Bye. Hello, my divine audience, and welcome to pile number 2. If you chose this smoky quartz crystal, hi, bub. Sorry, my dog. Or this electric eel spirit, number 24, bring your ideas to life. Or the Midnight Magic Tarot deck. Beautiful, beautiful mushroom cards. Excuse me. Then this is the pile for you. Again, I just want to reiterate, we are going to be discussing how will your April treat you and how will your April turn out to be. So I've already pre-shuffled the cards, always, but let me shuffle them a little bit again, clear out any energies that may be lingering. These ones are so bent, so used. Oh, I love them. All right, let me bridge shuffle. These ones are so hard to bridge shuffle, but I attempt anyway. Ooh, she snuck out the window. I didn't even know she was in there. And oh, good Lord. Number 3. Okay. So, pile number 2. How will your April be? We're going to get 3 cards to represent how pile number 2's April will be. We already got 1 there. We've got 2 and we've got 3. Perfect. So how will your April be? The 10 of Swords with the anemone stinkhorn. Is that how you say it? We've got the Wheel of Fortune. 2 10s. Amazing. And then the Page of Wands. Isn't the page also 10? That's wild. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought the page... No, never mind. No, ignore me. I am wrong. Correct me, because I'm wrong. Excuse me, pile number 2. It's still early in the morning here for me. Wow. All right. Reset. Excuse me. So, pile number 2. How will your April be? We've got the 10 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Wands. I think your April is going to bring you a lot of opportunities for growth, first of all, but a lot of opportunities for emotional reflection at the same time. So while you're growing, think to yourself where you've come from, where you are, and where you have yet to be, pile number 2. Especially up here with that number 24, electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. Be creative. Use your creative energy and your spark and your passions for these opportunities of growth. Expand. Oh my goodness, my dog has the zoomies. Exactly, just like that. Expand yourself. Zoom. Be your own person and go at your own pace, whether that is steady, zoomin', metro boomin', or stand still. Go at your own pace. Pile number 2. Are there going to be any April showers for you? Pile number 2. Hey, buddy, what's wrong? What are you doing? Oh, you're fine? You just wanted my attention? Okay. Love that. I'm a drama queen as well. Any April showers for my pile number 2? Ooh, that one right there really wants to pop out. The 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups. You are going to feel torn, I guess is the best way that I can describe it. Like you're just like that with your opportunities of growth, with your Wheel of Fortune, and then your 10 of Swords energies of reflection and emotional turmoil. We've got the 5 of Cups that kind of accentuate that and progress that energy tenfold. You are moving forward, yet what are you leaving behind? You're bringing your ideas to life, but what ideas are being left in the dark? Where are we going and where did we come from? I love the duality of the 5 of Cups with this ink stain bolette. I love mushroom names. And the blues on the inside of the mushroom to the blues that represent the ocean that the eel spirit is in. Pile number 2. There's a duality there between your inner self and then the outer world and how you are perceived and how you perceive it. What are you going to do? Pile number 2. How are you going to get there? And how do we make our dreams a reality? These are all questions that you need to be answering in the month of April, pile number 2. Out of these April showers, how do we turn them into May flowers, so to speak? Okay, the way that these fell, there's a couple over here, but they're overturned, and I'm going to take the 10 of Wands. Again, a 10 for you, pile number 2, with the blackening wax caps. But that's so beautiful. How do we turn those April showers into May flowers? With the 10 of Wands. With our creativity, our passions, our sparks, our drive, our push forward, our love, our loved ones. Like, find your muse, essentially, pile number 2. What drives you? What is your purpose? What do you want to create for? And that's the energy that you need to strive for, and that's what you need to manifest. Like, I see great things for you, but I also see a great stumble if you're not careful, pile number 2. You've got to be tenacious and cunning and clever. As you're making these moves, pile number 2. But if you move correctly, if you move carefully, you will find yourself in a world that is just right. Just right for you, pile number 2. Is there anything else to look forward to in the month of April? Ooh, that's laying sideways. You see that, right? I'm gonna pick it up like this. The Page of Cups. The blue pink gill. A lot of blues for you, pile number 2. Is blue your favorite color? It's one of mine. definitely top, probably number 2. Pile number 2. Anything to look forward to? The Page of Cups. Absolutely there is. There is so much to look forward to. And especially with that Wheel of Fortune there, with how your April is going to be, you have that energy and that growth to look forward to, pile number 2. Don't discredit yourself just because you need to take time to reflect. Don't think of that as like an emotional or a creative setback. That is actually a set forward because understanding yourself, you just get closer to yourself. You crack the code essentially, and that's what we're trying to do here. And that's what this is really trying to do here for you, pile number 2. You have so much to look forward to. Again, don't discredit yourself by thinking negatively about having negative emotions. That's not what we're here to do. All parts of ourselves are the parts that we should like. Pile number 2. And finally, for the tarot deck, do we have any advice for you before we get into the oracle cards? Do we have any advice for you? Ooh, yes we do. What is this? The 5 of Wands with the orange pinwheel. There's such a duality between this reading and pile number 1's that I'm already seeing. So if you felt drawn to pile number 1 in any way, shape, or form, I highly recommend you go watch pile number 1 as well, because I think that there might be a message that resonates in there for you too, pile number 2. And we had a queen at the bottom of the deck for pile number 1, and we have a queen at the bottom of the deck for pile number 2 as well, the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, absolutely go watch pile number 1 if you felt so drawn to. Now, advice from the tarot deck. We've got the 5 of Wands with the duality with the 5 of Cups as well. Like, damn, this is crazy. All about balance. All about balance, balance, balance. I really think the advice that the deck is trying to give you, pile number 2, is to make your journey and to step forward and to bring your ideas to life. It's scary. It's hard, but that is the step that you need to make. You need to actively choose to step forward in that right direction, or else you will falter, and you will falter into that Ten of Swords energy. Not all who wander are lost, pile number 2. And I don't think people realize that about you. And I don't think you realize that about yourself either. It's okay to not be okay sometimes, like I said earlier. But you can't hate yourself for that at the same time. That's just going to make the hate never go away. Love yourself and put yourself first, and put what you want to do and what you want out of life at the forefront. And you will reap the rewards of it in April and possibly even May as well, pile number 2. Oh, I really want to get your oracle cards in here now. We had your spirit animal up there. Now, the first deck we're going to get into is the Moonology messages. And they are these sweet, sweet cards that have just lovely, lovely, like, messages from the moon and the cosmos and the celestial bodies. And I hope and pray that we get another card that has blue in it, because this is just such a blue pile and I love it so much. So, for your advice from the Moonology message cards, what do we have? Pile number 2. What advice do we have for pile number 2? It was moon called. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. Pile number 2. And we've got shadow work at the bottom with that like self-reflection, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups energy that we have here. I don't discredit that, and don't ignore that either. It was meant to be. You were meant to do the shadow work. You were meant to figure it out. You were meant to appreciate that part of yourself, and you were meant to move forward in this way. You were meant to. It was meant to be. Put the work in. Give a little bit of effort, and you will reap the rewards. I promise you that, pile number 2. Now, for the next oracle deck, we are going to simply ask your guides. What advice you need to have for the month of April? How do we navigate all of this? This was meant to... Oh, okay. A couple fell on the floor, but this one fell right here. Goals. Teacher guides. What goals do you have? Pile number 2. What are we attaining? What ideas are we bringing to life? Reach your goals in the month of April. And the 2 that fell on the floor here, we'll still pull them anyways. Boredom, teacher guides, and ease, runner guides. Ooh, you want to run away. You are bored and you want to run, but you can't. You have to face your fears, pile number 2. Sorry, I am so sorry, pile number 2. I started getting a spam phone call and it ended the video. You have to face your fears, pile number 2. You have to face your fears. And you cannot run anymore. You cannot run. At the bottom of the deck here, we have abundance. There is so much waiting for you. Pile number 2. There is so much waiting for you. You just have to go get it. You have to go get it. Now, for the last deck, and for the last bit of advice that I want to give, I want to use the, it's called There Are No Coincidences. And first of all, artwork, gorgeous. Second of all, I use this deck, I guess not really as advice, so I kind of misled you. I apologize, pile number 2. But I use it as signs to look out for, to know that you're on the right track. And I thought this was just a perfect way to end all of the piles. And so far, I've been correct. I feel like this is a perfect way to end your pile. So, what signs should you be looking out for, pile number 2? There are no coincidences. And you need to be looking out for these signs. Maybe it'll make more sense once the cards pop out. Okay. Okay. That one flipped over. Okay. Okay. That's it. Bottom of the deck, water, number 15. What else should you be looking out for? Number 32, ghosts. Something from your past, possibly. Number 36, chance, dice. What is that? 11? Number 43, intuition. Use your intuition. Oop, threw that one. Just throwing my coins. Number 37, chance. We've got number 24, dreams with thresholds. Number 26, mirrors, again, thresholds. Up here, we've got delays, number 35. Number 5, Venus with the cosmos. And then number 41, we've got chance with names. So that's what I'm seeing for you in the month of April, pile number 2. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated in some way. I hope you were able to take some amount of advice from this. And I hope to see you again in my next video. Thank you so much, pile number 2. Bye. Hello there, my divine audience, and welcome to pile number 3. If you chose the clear quartz little like freeform jazz tower that I have here, or the Parrot Spirit number 45, Watch Your Words, if you resonated with that card, or if you resonated with the Samiramay tarot deck here. Show you a little glimpse of the card. The 8 of Cups popped out there. If any of that resonates with you, then this is the pile for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I just wanted to reiterate, we are going to be discussing how your April will treat you. And the first couple of cards that we're going to be pulling are going to just simply represent how your April will be, how your April will turn out. So I already pre-shuffled the cards, but let me shuffle them again here to release some of the energy. We got the Ace of Swords that popped out there. And then we'll go bridge shuffle again just to be safe. All right, so pile number 3, how will your April be? Oh my goodness, okay, one more. Thank you. How will pile number 3's April be? We have the 9 of Swords. We've got the Tower. and we've got the world. So I see why you got the parrot spirit, pile number 3. There is a tower moment upon you that is unfortunately of your own doing, of your own reckoning. Watch your words. What phrases do you repeat over and over again? What cycles do you repeat over and over again? What and where do you find yourself over and over again? At the bottom, this 9 of Swords energy, this stuff that keeps you up at night, the stuff that cuts you, and the stuff that cuts other people, unfortunately, is what it looks like. There's this huge moment where the rug is being swept out from under you, and you're looking at the world and you're like, what did I do? But you know what you did, pile number 3. You know what you did. So I'm confused because I don't know the context of the situation, but I'm also confused because I can clearly see that you know what you did, rather consciously or subconsciously, but at the same time, you're acting like, oh no, how did I get here? Unfortunately, you have nobody to blame but yourself, and I'm sorry if that's hard to hear, but maybe it's absolutely what you need to hear to help you get yourself back on track, pile number 3. And it's okay to be off track. It's okay to not be okay. I feel like I've had to say that to every pile. Like, I don't know if it's just because of this, like, seasonal depression thing that we're all coming out of, and spring is coming and everything is thawing and defrosting, and like our emotions are like coming back full swing because we've been so frozen for so long and so stagnant. But I feel like I've just had to remind everybody and every person and every pile today that it's okay to not be okay. But watch your words and mind what you say. You never know who's listening. You never know who's watching. And you never know when those words are going to be used against you, pile number 3. Are there any other showers that are coming upon you, pile number 3? We've got the 4 of Cups. Decisions. It feels like. It's like, I always... That's the 4 of Wands. Never mind. Scratch that. Reverse it. Let me rethink. With everything that we've had so far, with the 4 of Cups, any other showers? There's not going to be any other showers except for the ones that you create yourself. If anything else is going to go wrong, it's going to be because you don't do anything to change it, and you don't do anything to try to change yourself. You just keep repeating these same cycles over and over again. Are you going to let those cycles repeat? Or are you going to do something about it, and are you going to change your world? Pile number 3. How do we turn these April showers into May flowers, so to speak? We got a card that flipped out over here. The Emperor. Exactly. Pile number 3. Be better and do better for yourself. Everybody that loves you probably wants to see you succeed. And if they don't, then they're not people that love you. And if you don't love yourself, you need to find something to hold on to in order to love yourself enough to slip into this Emperor energy where you can see where you've gone wrong and you don't go into this like hermit energy of negative self-reflection of, oh no, I've done wrong and therefore I am wrong. No, I've done wrong, therefore how can I fix it and how can I do better in the future? That's what you need to be asking yourself. That's the energy that you need to be slipping into. How can I take control of this situation for the better? Pile number 3. Is there anything to look forward to in the month of April? Ooh, this one's popping out. The 10 of Cups. Maybe you have a family. Like, you know, like kids. Sorry, I should have specified. Everybody has a family of some capacity, but maybe you have children. Maybe you have pets. Maybe you have someone that you look after, like a godchild or godparent or just something where you are looking after another human being or another entity that requires care. And it's going to bring you a lot of happiness, and it's going to bring you a lot of realization at the same time, and it's going to help you slip into that Emperor energy and that change the world energy that we've been talking about, pile number 3. 10 of Cups really shows that you're not a bad person. Whether you want to tell yourself you are or not, you're not a bad person. And you are capable of love in its purest form. You just have to give that love back to yourself, pile number 3. See, this deck was, I have all of my tarot decks and all of my oracle cards like in this big storage bag because I travel as well to do tarot readings, and that's just kind of how I store everything. And in the storage area, all of the cards were perfectly sealed in their bags and packages except for this deck. It was popping out, it wanted to speak, it had something to say, and clearly I can see why. This deck is fiery and it takes no prisoners, and that's exactly what it's doing today. And I'm sorry, pile number 3, but you needed to hear this. So, final card from this tarot deck before we move into the oracle decks that I have over here. Any advice from this deck specifically for you for the month of April? Any advice from this deck? Ooh, that's a lot of advice. How are we going to split this? How are we going to do this? Screw it. He has something to say. Let's see what he has to say. Bottom of the deck energy, 2 of Pentacles. And his advice for you, the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups in the reverse, Strength in the reverse, the High Priestess in the reverse, the Sun in reverse, the 5 of Cups in the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I think, because you know me, whenever I shuffle, I always shuffle everything upright. And I feel like if the cards are meant to flip in the reverse, they will flip in the reverse. Whether that's my own dumb fault that I picked them up wrong or whatever. But I think every single one of these was meant to come out in the reverse for you. Because your advice is to face all of this. You've done some shit, pile number 3. I don't know what it is, but I don't even think it's more what you've done. It's more what you've said, especially with this parrot spirit that we keep getting here with the watch your words. It's more what you've said, and I think how you've said it and why you've said it. And I think you need to reflect on all of these things, because whenever I see a reverse card come out in a reading, the thought process is, how can we get this card to change to the upright position rather than the reverse position? How can we change it for the better? How can we make it positive rather than a negative? And what you need to do to make all these negatives into positives is to reinforce these things into yourself. The Sun, the High Priestess, Strength, the King of Cups energy, Five of Cups energy, Wheel of Fortune energy. Get your life back. Get your life back, pile number 3. Clearly you've slipped into some kind of funk, some kind of something, and I think you need a push in the right direction. And this is the push that this deck wanted to give you, pile number 3. But you do have the Two of Pentacles up here. Don't forget that. You've got the Ten of Cups here. You've got the love and support to keep you going. These people want to see you succeed. These people want to see you make these changes for the better. So do that. Do that for these people. Do that for yourself. Do that for whatever you're taking care of. Do that for your job. Do that for your garden. Do that for your animals. Do whatever you need to do it for. Take it and do it. Because if you don't, everything's going to fall apart. And I mean that. Now, I would really like to get into the advice from your oracle cards. We're going to start with the Moonology message cards. And I think this is going to be really, really solid advice for you, pile number 3. What advice do we have for pile number 3 regarding the month of April? Ooh, 2 cards popped out. We've got Transformation, Moon Magic. And we've got Releasing, Moonset. Yes, release old negative energies. Transform into something positive and something worth growing into, pile number 3. We've also got Moonlight at the bottom with Enchanted. Search for the light in the darkness, pile number 3. The next set of oracle cards I wanted to move into is the Ask Your Guides cards by Sonia Choquette. I hope I pronounced that correctly. What advice do we have for pile number 3 regarding the month of April? Ooh, okay. At the bottom, we have Abundance with Joy Guides. There is joy and there is abundance for you, pile number 3. You just have to put the work in to receive it, because right now you're only putting the work in to give yourself negative energy. You need to put the work in to give yourself positive energy. Just flip it and reverse it, as Missy Elliott would say. And freedom, runner guides. Be free from these shackles, pile number 3. Be free from these shackles that you've placed on yourself and on your life, pile number 3. Expand and explore and fix things. Go learn. Go learn something and gain knowledge and apply it to your life. Something needs to change. And I think you know what it is. I think you know what I'm talking about. I think you know what it is, pile number 3. Again, watch your words. All right. The last set of oracle cards that I want to get into, and I think is really going to help you guys out, is the There Are No Coincidences. I can never say this word. I'm so sorry. There are no coincidences. There we go. First of all, I think the artwork is just absolutely beautiful. Second of all, I don't really use them as like advice cards. I use them more as signs to look out for to know that you're on the right track. And I think it'll make sense the more signs that we receive and the more cards that I pull, because each card is going to represent a sign, essentially. So, oh my God, we already have one that flipped over. So what signs does pile 3 need to look for to know that they are on the right track in the month of April? Did one flip over? No, okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have Pluto with the cosmos. Did anybody else watch Blue's Clues whenever they were growing up? Maybe that shows my age. Reminds me of the planet song. Because there's so many planets here. Oh my gosh, we've got Mars, Uranus, Jupiter, Pluto. It's like the sun's a hot star and Mercury's hot too. Venus is the brightest planet, but Earth's home to me and you. Mars is the red one and Jupiter's most wide. Saturn's got those icy rings, but Uranus spins on its side. Neptune's really windy and Pluto's really small. We wanted to name the planets, and now we've named them all. Why I remember that in my later years, I'll never know. But that just really stuck out to me and made me think of that. We've also got ghosts here. So again, things from our past. Dice with chance. There's the crossroads there, number 31 with thresholds, and then number 41, names, also chance. You got the least amount of signs, pile number 3, out of all of the piles so far. And I just want to say, I think it's because you know what needs to change. You know what you need to look out for. You know what you need to do. You just actually have to make the decision to do it and change your life, pile number 3. And I think April is the month to do it. Because if you don't, then it's just going to get worse and worse. And it's never going to get better. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. This was probably the strongest pile so far. We still have to do pile number 4. But that was a doozy. But you know me, I don't hold anything back whenever I read. I call them like I see them, and I really hope you appreciate that, and I hope you were able to get something from it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello, my divine audience, and welcome to pile number 4. If you chose this beautiful malachite specimen that I have, or the Vulture Spirit Oracle deck card, Nothing is Wasted, if that resonated with you, or if you chose the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck, a little preview of it right there, then this is the pile for you. I just want to quickly reiterate and let you know that we will be discussing how your April is going to treat you. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, as you know, but I will shuffle them again here just to kind of release any energies, because this deck has been sitting for a little bit. So let me shuffle and we'll get into that. All right, let me shuffle a little bit this way, just to kind of clear everything super fast. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm gonna go bridge shuffle kind of off to the side because my tripod is super in the way. Almost knocked my water over. And number 3, because I always shuffle in 3s, because a triangle is the strongest structure in nature, and a triangle has 3 sides. All right, so for pile number 4, how will your April be with the vulture spirit and the malachite there? And this one. All right, let me set the deck down really quick. Let me pick up the cards. All right. So, first couple cards we got for you for how your April's going to be. We've got the King of Spears, which is crazy because there's only spears in the background and there's teacups in the forefront. Interesting. We've got Transformation with the caterpillar in the reverse. And we've got the One of Teacups in the reverse. So instead of filling up that teacup and instead of transforming, pile number 4, we're doing the exact opposite. We're letting it flow out. And is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I think it's a bad thing, pile number 4. Why would you want it all to spill out? Why would you not want to transform? Why would you choose to be stagnant? Why would you choose to have this, I almost feel like a kind of like deceitful energy here, I'm not gonna lie. Are you deceiving yourself? Because remember, nothing is wasted. And I feel like I don't know if it's your potential or what, but something is being wasted here, pile number 4. And I just don't understand why. See, this is crazy because pile number 3 confused me a little bit, and you're kind of confusing me too. It's a little... It's a little wishy-washy, I guess is the best way for me to describe it. It's almost like you're content with all of this happening. And I don't know why, because that is such a drain on you to not be open to any opportunities or any kind of anything. If you just shut yourself off, and then exactly all of this potential will go away, all of this creativity will go away, and then you'll just be stuck here. And that's what was confusing me about the King of Spears, because I was like, all of the spears are in the background, but then in the forefront here, this is what we're focusing on. Rather than the spears, we're focusing on the cups. So you're focusing on the good things, which is not inherently bad, but it's almost like you're masking everything that's back here with the good things. And that's what's bad. You can't mask it. Are there going to be any other April showers for you, pile number 4? What do we have here? Oh, didn't we use this to show off the deck? That's so funny. The 10 of Hedgehogs. Or the 10 of Pentacles. So, Nothing is wasted, pile number 4, and I don't think the showers are going to be wasted on you in the month of April, pile number 4. Malachite already brings with it a very heavy energy, and then we've got the Vulture Spirit, we've got the King of Spears, we've got the reversals, and we've got the 10 of Pentacles representing showers for you. So that to me just shows conflict. And I really want to move on so I can get the bigger picture here, because that card represents any other showers for you in the month of April. So the next card represents, how do we turn these showers into flowers? And that's what I want to focus on. How do we turn these showers into May flowers? How do we take the negatives and make them a positive? The Knight of Hedgehogs. Oh no, I've been putting this one down here. We move on. We move on. We move on. If I think I understand why you resonated with the Vulture Spirit with nothing is wasted. I think this to me shows a situation kind of you like beating a dead horse. Like, nothing is wasted. You are going to pick this thing until there is absolutely nothing left. And that means there's nothing left of this. There's nothing left of you. There's nothing left of that. There's nothing left of anything else. You are going to take from it and take from it and take from it and take from it until there is absolutely nothing left. And I'm not calling you a bad person. Do not think that means that you're a bad person. That to me just sounds like a trauma response. So how do we confront this trauma? How do we move forward from all of that? You just do. You just move forward with that Knight energy. You just persevere and you find something to fight for, pile number 4. Is there anything to look forward to in the month of April, pile number 4? Okay. The 8 of Flowers. The 8 of Flowers. I think there are a lot of opportunities for you to grow. And it's not going to be like this exponential growth that, you go by leaps and bounds. Like, it's okay to have small baby steps of growth at first. It's okay to not make big strides. Like, it's okay to just take baby steps. And I think that's what this represents, baby steps. That's what you have to look forward to. If you convince yourself to step into this Knight energy of putting on your armor and facing the world and facing yourself and facing whatever the situation is that you keep picking and picking and picking from, and finally deciding enough is enough. I am going to do something for myself for once, and I'm going to put myself first. That's what you have to look forward to, pile number 4. That's what you have to look forward to. The last card we're going to pull from Alice in Wonderland is advice from the tarot deck itself. So any advice for the month of April, pile number 4. Okay. what is that? The 9 of Spears in the reverse. And we've also got the 2 of Flowers at the bottom of the deck. So I think the advice for you, pile number 4, is please, please, please don't focus on beating yourself up. Yes, sometimes that is necessary for us to sit there and reflect on our wrongdoings and understand what we could have done better, and to persevere with ourselves that way. But we cannot be stuck in that energy. We cannot live in this place of fear of doing anything else because we're afraid we're going to mess it up, or just self-loathing. We cannot be stuck in those cycles. We cannot be stuck in those processes. You have to push forward out of that, pile number 4. And that comes from within yourself. Remember, nothing is wasted. And I think we need to start using that energy on yourself rather than whatever this other situation is, pile number 4. Sorry, I needed a drink from my water. Okay. I would like to move into the oracle cards now. And the first bit of advice we're going to get is going to be from the Moonology messages cards. So, what advice do we have for pile number 4? Okay. I hate whenever these ones flip over. The oracle cards I don't take in the reverse. No. We've got the Moon Goddess with higher power. And we've got Howl at the Moon. Process your feelings. Process your feelings. But don't dwell on them. Don't turn them into something that they're not. Process them in a healthy way. Use your higher power to persevere out of that mindset after you process your feelings, and understand that you can go to a better place. You can always, always, always end up in a better place. Just because you start off as book 1 Zuko doesn't mean you can't turn into book 3 Zuko, okay? Okay, it's all about the character development and the personal growth. And that's what we're striving for, pile number 4. And at the bottom, at the bottom of the deck, we have Day Moon with Love. And I think that's love yourself, pile number 4. Simply, simply, simply love yourself. Because I just don't think you've been loving yourself enough lately at all. And I'm sorry to say, but you've got to love yourself. You can't love anything else until you love yourself first. That is true love right there. And that is what you need to find, pile number 4. What other advice do we have from our oracle cards? The next deck I have is Ask Your Guides by Sonia Choquette. I hope I pronounced that correctly. What advice do the guides have for pile number 4? So that one really wanted to pop out. Okay. So bottom of the deck energy, we have exhaustion with helper guides. The decks can tell that you're exhausted in this energy with this vulture spirit, pile number 4. Self-love is what it's all about. What have I been saying? Self-love is what it's all about, pile number 4. I hope you can find that for yourself. I hope you can find whatever it is you need to cling on to so you can love yourself just a little bit, pile number 4. I hope you can find that. Maybe this next deck we're going to move into can help you with that. It's the There Are No Coincidences. I can never say that word. First of all, beautiful artwork. Second of all, it's not really an advice deck that I use it as. I use it as signs to look out for. Signs to look out for. And things to be on the lookout for in the month of April, to kind of know that you're on the right track and you're doing the right thing and you're putting the work in. I feel like these are the signs that are going to be shown to you so you can say, yes, I'm doing it and I shouldn't stop and I should keep going. And I think you need those. And I hope we get a lot of them. Keep those 2 flipped over. And we did. Perfect. At the bottom, we've got names, number 41, with chance. Okay, let me just pick these up. Rapid fire. Rapid fire. Rapid fire. Okay. We've got thresholds, number 30, fissures. Number 37, coins with chance. Earth, number 13, nature. Number 44, miracles, again, chance. Cosmos, number 10, Neptune. Nature, number 21, fog. Thresholds, number 26, mirrors. Thresholds, number 28, shadows. Cosmos, number 11, with Pluto. Silence, thresholds, number 33. Geometry, number 39, with chance. The Ascendant, ooh. Very like star child energy there with the Ascendant. We're going to put that over there. Number 34, encounters, also chance. And then number 17, flowers, also chance. Nature, excuse me. Well, that is all I have for you, pile number 4. I hope you were able to resonate with this pile. I hope you were able to glean something from it and take some advice from it. And I really hope to see you again in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye for now.